So something a little bit different today. I've been seeing a lot of stuff online and on LinkedIn and other places around reconsenting and marketing companies sending out marketing emails to people saying, if we don't have your consent, we can't talk to you anymore. This is all about GDPR. This is all about consent. A lot of people have been correcting them about that, so that this isn't fully about GDPR. Yes, GDPR talks about consent, but there are already rules in place for electronic marketing, and that's under something called PECR. So what I wanted to do today is just very, very quickly give sort of a breakdown of the differences between the GDPR and PECR and why people are getting annoyed with these reconsenting emails. So obviously, under the GDPR, as we know, it requires opt-in consent. It has to be clear, unambiguous, informed, freely given, etc. What the GDPR also states under recital 171 is that existing consents can be relied upon on the basis that they were collected in line with the requirements of the original EU Directive on Data Protection, and on the basis that they follow the same guidelines as what's in place within the regulation, which is that it's freely given, it's informed, data subjects has the right to object, they have the right to opt out, and all of that can be done as free of charge. So it's still an absolute right, so that hasn't changed. Now, current marketing is actually carried out, so current electronic marketing is actually carried out under something called PECR, which is the Privacy and Electronic Communications Regulations. Now this is a completely separate piece of legislation or regulation that originally came out in 2003 and was updated back in 2011. The rules for PECR that relate to electronic marketing, so email marketing, haven't changed. Those have remained exactly the same. So under PECR, we're looking at section 22. Section 22 is specifically related to email marketing, so email electronic marketing. Now, PECR states that if you are collecting an email address or somebody's information during a sale, as part of a negotiation or as part of a negotiation towards a sale, then you are permitted to use that information or that email address for electronic marketing. That the product or service that you are offering is a similar product or service to the one that was being negotiated or the one that was included in the sale, and that the customer is given either both at the time that their email address is being collected and every time they receive a communication thereafter, they are given the ability to opt out or to change their mind, and that has to be free of charge. Those things haven't changed. So if you have a current customer base, so you have an existing customer base, you already have emails for those people, and those emails were collected as part of a sale, as part of offering a service or during negotiations. Those customers were given the opportunity to opt out of those communications at the time, and they are given an opportunity to opt out of those communications each and every time that you send them. You do not need to reconsent. So you do not really need to reconsent under the Privacy and Electronic Communications Regulations. This applies moving forward as well. So if you are in the negotiation of a sale, if somebody is buying a product or a service from you, then you are allowed to rely on what they call soft opt-in. So you only have to provide opt-out at the point that you're collecting their information if they are buying something from you and if they are entering into a negotiation or entering into a sale. Personally here, we've decided to go for the full-blown GDPR version, so we are going to go for opt-in consent even for customers when they're buying something from us or when they're entering into a negotiation, and that's simply easier for us because it's easier for our systems to manage, and we also think that we're going to get some benefits from giving people better, more transparent information and giving them an opportunity to opt in and say specifically whether or not they want to hear from us. But as far as today's world is concerned, and as far as everybody else is concerned, if you have an existing customer base who you are emailing already, you are allowed to rely on those existing consents under recital 171 of the GDPR, and you have to base the use of those emails on section 22 of the Privacy and Electronic Communications regulations. So you have to keep to similar products and services. You have to have given them the opportunity to opt out at the point that the information was collected, and you have to give them the opportunity to opt out in every subsequent communication that you send. I appreciate that's a very high level overview, but hopefully that will give some people an idea of why there's a lot of discussion going around on social media and LinkedIn at the moment. You do not need to do reconsenting emails if you are already approving and applying the rules that come under PECR. Obviously, if you have any questions, please drop below and add some comments in the thread. I'm fairly certain this is probably going to cause a lot of debate, so we'll try and keep on top of that, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of other people that have got something to say as well, but I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks very much.